From a Kenyan in pain stuck in Oman.
Unisaidie kabisa nirudi nyumbani. Mimi ni mgonjwa.
To mass traffic.
Sai kumeshikana, nobody, we can't move.
Is there job opportunities?
What they are doing ni to make sure we beg from them. Unaenda kwa ofisi ya MCA.
What's here for business?
Kuongea ukweli tumesurvive na neema ya Mungu. Si venye unasemanga ati
Anguka na. Parliament, we are coming. We are coming for you. We are coming for you.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm also today and my name is Elvis Derry. Job opportunities in Kenya. This has been an issue for quite some time. Like if you go to Nairobi CBD or in any other county in Kenya, so many young men and women, the future of this country, are tamarking, looking for jobs everywhere but they cannot find. People are stressed, so much pressure. Just listen to this.
Our government is made in such a way yenye ita make sure the youth remain poor na tukwe tuna depend on them. That's why unapata saizi tunasherekea tunaongelelea nini kazi mtaani. Hiyo ni pesa ngapi? 5,000 inakusaidia nini? Kusema tu ukweli. Utalipa rent, upeleke mtoto shule usome. My dear, we will continue remaining poor na tutabeg from these people. Najua government yetu iko na pesa na inaweza employ youth, but it's not doing that. Why? Juu kitu employ kila mtu akiwa stable, hatutawategemea. So what they are doing ni to make sure we beg from them. Unaenda kwa ofisi ya MCA, you beg for 100 shillings, mwingine na beg 10 shillings ndiye aende kukunywa changapa hivi bonde, si ndio? So I feel government yetu inafaa kuacha take advantage of people from the informal settlement, mostly Madhare, to provide jobs. Kazi mtaani si kazi yenye serikali inafaa kujisifu imetupatia kazi. That's no. Kama ni kazi wacha tukuwe na full employment. Usitupatie kazi ya 2 weeks unatupatia 5,000. I have a family. Yani shida ni mingi. Basic needs.
This is purely unacceptable. Like for how long? For how long will they keep on lying about creating job opportunities for the young people of Kenya? Look at how our young men and women are tamarking and suffering out there. And don't forget that our people, the Kenyan people, are very intelligent, very smart, very creative, very innovative, and the list goes on. But yet, there's no opportunities for them. If you go to Kawangware in Nairobi, Kenya, you'll find a young man like Solomon Gitau, who is changing the industry by being innovative and being creative and developing new technology that will change the medical system and also in the school sector. Just listen to his story.
In Nairobi's Kawangware area, Solomon Gitau, an engineer and researcher, has created a lighter, cheaper and more sustainable microscope, all made through 3D printing from plastic bottles.
We found out that locally we have lots of waste PET bottles, and so from this filament we wanted to show a product that can be used in the industry. And so we came again and met with other people from the UK again, and then we did a merger where we made a microscope. Then from this microscope we started now making the microscope for use in local education sector.
The microscopes cost 7,000 Kenyan shillings, about half that of standard microscopes in the market. Each microscope is made from 10 recycled plastic bottles. Learners get an added advantage of viewing subjects through a digital screen connected via a USB cable instead of the smaller built-in lenses.
Why I chose to use the phone is because I was not thinking about students who are able to access laptops in Nairobi. I'm thinking about students who are not able to access laptops in Wajir, Garissa. A phone is something that is now a basic commodity, and with the application that we downloaded anywhere in this country, it gives access to all the students. And regardless of how many students can be able to see around you in a microscope, you can actually, in a phone, you can actually be able to twist and have all these like 5 students watching it. But if better resources are available, you can actually even use a 40-inch screen.
With 3D printing being a fairly new technique in the country, Solomon believes it serves as a great tool for innovators with ideas to produce physical items.
3D printing is a good tool, especially when you want to rapidly test things. It's one of those tools that is going to revolutionize the African industry, right? Because it's a cheap product that anyone can be able to put in their home and develop with it.
Having reached only 10 schools with the microscope so far, Solomon's hope is for the tool to one day benefit more Kenyan learners.
Kenyan people around the world are anxiously waiting for 2027 elections. And I'm telling you, like, things are getting hotter. But the question is this: is the IEBC, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, is it independent, or is it a public, not a public, but is it a political investment? Just listen to what Joshua Okaya had to say about this.
That's something we need to correct as a nation.
How should we do it?
Because IEBC, much as it is a body that regulates or rather conducts elections, it needs to be independent of political parties. But we've made it look like it's an investment.
Yeah.
All right?
It's a political investment.
It's a political investment where every political party invests somebody, an individual there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that each political party has a share. I don't think it should be that way. It should be a completely, the way the name suggests, Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission.
So if you ask yourselves, what is the IEBC? What is the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission? This is an independent regulatory agency that was founded in the year 2011 through the making of the current Kenyan Constitution. And I personally believe that it is high time that we in this country have a fair and credible elections. Ladies and gentlemen, 2027 elections is going to be messy. It's going to be hot. And currently, things are boiling nicely.
But we've made it look like it's an investment.
Yeah.
All right?
It's a political investment.
It's a political investment where every political party invests somebody, an individual there.
Instead of our government, our Kenyan government, creating opportunities, job opportunities here in Kenya, our people are being sent to foreign countries. And Kenyans, some of them are living under worse conditions. And even worse, some of them come back home in a casket. What a sad state of affair. And a story has been recently trending of Gloria Jameli, who she's stuck in Oman. And she's very sick and she's pleading for her Kenyan agent, but then now Florence Wanjiru for help. Just listen to how Gloria Jameli painfully narrates her story.
Mama Deborah, mi naitwa Gloria. Mi nimekonjeka Mama Deborah. Tangu nikuja hii Oman nimekonjeka. Nimejaribu nimeambia maagent mi ni mgonjwa. Hawataki kunisaidia. Mi ninaumia kifua, ninaumia kichwa. Koo imefungana. Sikuli for 4 days sahi. Mi nimelala tu kwa nyumba. Lakini naumia, unisaidie kweli kabisa. Ninaumia kabisa, unisaidie. Nimejaribu nimeambia maagent. Agent ananiambia lipa 150. Unisaidie kabisa nirudi nyumbani. Mi ni mgonjwa kweli, ninaona sitaweza. Nilikuja kutafuta pesa kweli, lakini mwili yangu kweli sitaweza kweli. Sitaweza. Ni mauchungu ndio ninapitia kwa mwili.
Hi family, this is the Luck Mom here. Deborah is my name. I'm an ex-housemaid of Saudi Arabia. I create awareness on what happens in the Middle East, and I do help those domestic workers who are stuck in the Middle East. If you are facing any challenge, you can just reach me out. My number is on my bio. Guys, you've heard, huyu msichana anaitwa Gloria Jamel. Gloria Jamel ndio mmeona analia, ako mgonjwa.
This is totally heartbreaking. Like, where are we heading to as a country, Kenyans? Like, instead of creating a safe haven for all people here in Kenya, they're being sent to foreign countries to go and die there, to go and be humiliated and to suffer in foreign countries. Have you seen how our own Africans, our people, are being forcefully deported from the Middle East at gunpoint? Let's take a look at this video.
Saga!
If you go all the way to Kisii town, Like it looks like a dumpster in Kisii Town CBD. Like there's rubbish everywhere, garbage everywhere. And I'm just wondering, how are the voters surviving in such an environment? What is the government doing there? Honorable Paul Simba Arati, the governor of Kisii Town, like why are you not working for the people? And why does Kisii Town, Kisii CBD looks like this? Just take a look.
Simba Bosongo Noro. Robne Town here in Chavu Simba, Simba Kuanga Bosongo. Robne Bosongo here in Chav. Simba Anganya, Simba Timatia, Marekeva, Motia, Robna Bosongo here in Chav Tatagaki. Raga Bosongo. Aquí Simba Mareka, go ticket I wake a kid town in a Kirega, Simba Rati. Simba Akira, Simba Akira, or the day of Konya Bosongo. Simba Rono, which I work as a crack corner. Get it. Metare teacher, Ontayoko teacher, Mekara, Imagine Guiravando. Simba Robosonga, Nang in a stage that I can record for Nis, Ticho, Terje Chingia, Evantura Vetuara, Simba. Amarekeva Gotiga. I don't want to be a good one of me that teach the Matasama Wakure. The Ambaregoro. I know you will Simba Sality. A Simba Bagan, the Bakwa Seva Koboraki. I am under a good Nairobi, calling a Viragita.
As we fight for good governance, better governance, and a better future for this country, we are always faced with the new challenges every day. A journalist by the name of Noah Kepkemboi has exposed the scandal, the corruption scandal in the KRA, that is the Kenya Revenue Authority. Just listen to what he had to say.
Now let's talk corruption within the Kenya Revenue Authority. This touches the agency itself and the people working within the agency. Now, in the first quarter of this financial year, so between July, August, and September, the Kenya Revenue Authority had to dismiss or fire 25 of its employees because of matters to do with graft. They call it summary dismissal, where you are actually immediately terminated from employment. 25 of them. Remember, Kenya Revenue Authority has over 8,000 employees across the country. So 25 is the numbers for the first quarter, but even bigger issue because last year they did what they call actually a lifestyle audit. They did 41 lifestyle audits, and guess how much was recovered from the lifestyle audit of some of its team members? 549 million shillings. It means graft is rife within the organization. So, human resource within Kenya Revenue Authority is critical, but systems have to be put in place to counter this. So KRA says that it has a platform called iWhistle, where it is a web-based platform. People can report anonymously, the public, issues to do with corruption and tax evasion. And through this particular instrument, in the last financial year, they are able to recover 4.22 billion shillings. They also have a reward scheme to incentivize people to inform on matters corruption, and you get 5% of the total tax collected, or capped at 5 million shillings per case. But the bigger issue is about taking care of the people, because organizations are run by people. And to put it, the way the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury put it, is that we can't milk from a cow that is not well fed. He said this actually.
We must feed this cow. I said it at my vetting interview, that this cow is not properly fed, yet we want to milk the cow.
And to be able to take care of the KRA staff, he says that if we are able to take care of the staff, then cases of graft within the organization will be tackled.
How do you expect someone to collect money and bring to you when he has a child or she has a sick child in hospital? It's not possible.
And how does he plan to do that? Is to increase budgetary allocation to the Kenya Revenue Authority at a minimum of a 30% increase in the next financial year, according to CS Mbadi.
We must increase the budget of KRA with not less than 30%. in this coming financial year. So,
Now, from where you sit, do you think when KRA staff are remunerated better or they're paid better, do you think this will reduce cases of graft within the organization?
Corruption, corruption, corruption. Like, for how long will we keep on talking about corruption in this country? For how long will they keep on stealing from the voters, stealing from the Kenyan people? For how long? Like, people are tired. People are fighting for accountability, but there's no accountability. And the same politicians are still being given jobs, being given seats in new offices. And yet, they still have corruption scandals, corruption cases from the past. Like, almost all the politicians in the government, they have corruption cases. Just listen to this.
Why is it that Kipchumba Murkomen keeps being shifted from one ministry into another? Like, in 1 year, this is going to become like the third office is occupying as a cabinet secretary. And that tells you one thing. Either he's a very big hard worker or he's a very big failure that now he has to be given multiple chances to prove himself. Which is very interesting because I'm just thinking, he didn't do so well when he was the transport minister. That's why we had the Adani deal, and that's where we had the problem that has faced Kenyans for a very long time. It's been like infighting. It has caused a lot of division. It has even caused the division to the point where the former deputy president was actually dismissed. And he went to the sports ministry and we lost it. We lost a very important tournament to Rwanda. And it begs the question, what is he going to do different in a docket that is very critical to the government of Kenya? I don't know who advises the president, but here we are. Of course, he's going to be approved by the parliament. I don't even understand why the president keeps on choosing him. And reshuffling doesn't mean that it's going to work. It just means you have a problem that is ongoing that you can't really find a solution to. That's exactly what is happening. It means even the people who have been moved around, like Kababu na Mwamba, it means he's not working. That's why he's being moved to the UN and like somewhere very, very dormant. And that's a problem because whoever is advising our president is not really getting the point. The people that have been chosen, I still don't understand why Murkomen is getting such a serious cabinet ministry. That guy is not a performer. Clearly, he doesn't perform. But I think because of his friendship and his affiliation with the president still keeps on choosing him, keeps on making the same mistake. He's not listening to Kenyans. To the government, I think what you're doing is solidifying the opposition. And the opposition here is the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya are going to be more opposed to this government than they were before. Because you are you're just making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. And the more you make mistakes, the more you're getting more opposition. The opposition is now the people of Kenya.
So my question is, how long will we keep on making the same mistakes? How long will the voters keep on voting for the same people who are stealing from them? The same people, even I don't want to call them politicians, the same people who have corruption cases and scandals from the past, and they keep on growing. For how long? Just take a look at this video of Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen, the cabinet secretary of Kenya, who is crying like a small baby after getting a small scratch. Take a look. Dear Kenyans, dear voters, it is high time that we bring a change in this country. It is high time that we vote wisely. For the first time, let us vote wisely, Kenyans, and make this country, Kenya, great again. In Nyeri Town, the residents in Nyeri Town decided to inject after they heckled a member of parliament by the name of Danka Madenge. And do you know what they were saying? They were chanting, Mwizi, Mwizi, Mwizi. Just take a look. To all the Nyeri Town residents, I salute you. Viva Nyeri Town's residents, viva. Keep on injecting and keep on fighting for good governance and accountability in Nyeri Town. On live TV, one man decided to inject, and he said that the president of Kenya has hidden lots and lots of cash. Just listen to what this man had to say.
Naitwa Salim Ganga. Ile kitu ambayo nataka kuambia Wakenya ni kwamba pesa zimefichwa na kasongo. Kwa sababu kitu wa kwanza Wakenya walikosea mahesabu kuchukua mtu asiyojua anafanya nini.
Mimi najua kasongo ule wimbo ule. Kasongo ni upi?
Kuna mzee ambaye sasa kwa siku hizi anaita kasongo. Kwa ufupi kiongozi ambaye ni wa nchi hii ndiye mwenyewe haelewi, ndiposa watu wako katika matatizo ya juu, kwa sababu wale ambao wameajiliwa wanapata asilimia 46 ya mshahara yao inaenda kwa tax, na hakuna chochote ambacho kinafanyika. Kenya imerudi hali mbaya kiwango kwamba hatujai kuwa tangu mwaka 63, kwa sababu ukiangalia Kenya imekuwa is a country of consumer, nchi ambayo hakuna chochote ambacho tunatengeneza Kenya, kwa sababu ya wale ambao tumeweka pale, ambaye tunasema kwamba kiongozi wao ni kama ile ambaye anaitwa Alibaba na waizi 40. Amekuwa kwanza yeye mwenyewe ni yeye na wakona tupu, ambaye hakuna kufikiria wanafikiria kuhusu wananchi. Ndiposa ambaye sasa hii unaona tuko hapa hivi leo tarehe 18 ambaye ni Disemba, hakuna mtu anayeongea mambo ya kwenda Christmas, wale wa Kristo na wasio wa Kristo, kwa sababu hali si hali. Akijaribu kwenda nyumbani atarudi, na ajaribu kusema kaya hapa ni shida tupu. Kwa hivyo tuko kwa hali ambaye haiwezi kuzungumzika, ila mtu Mwenyezi Mungu atusaidie kutoka kwa hii mikononi mwake dikteta Kasongo.
Asante. Anasema kwamba ni Christmas lakini hawaje.
Due to corruption cases in this country, corruption scandals every day, it has affected so many people. It has affected the lives of the Kenyan people. Business owners are crying and complaining that this year has not been a good year for them. Just listen to this resident from all the way from Nakuru, who she said that this year has not been a good year for her business.
Ni biashara inafanyanga vizuri sana, especially msimu huu wa Krismasi, but kwa huu mwaka hata si Krismasi peke yake, kutoka mwanzo wa hii mwaka ama kutoka last year hapo haijakuwa ikifanya vizuri sana. Kuongea ukweli, tumesurvive na neema ya Mungu. Si venye unasemanga ati unapata pesa hadi unaweza kufanya vitu zingine. Imefika pahali unafanya kazi ya hand to mouth, juu biashara ziko chini. Kama saizi ni Krismasi, salons zinakuanga zimejaa, zinakuanga zimefurika, hadi bookings hauwezi pata bookings in between December. But as for now, unapata hata mnamalizia mteja mmoja, mnakaa chini, mnangojea mwingine. So kuongea ukweli, watu hawana pesa. Si ati hawataki hiyo urembo. Utapata hata mteja anakuambia nataka kutengenezwa but sina hiyo pesa. Unaweza kuja kunifanyia na credit. Si ati hataki, hana hiyo desire ya kufanyiwa hiyo service, but ni pesa hana.
Labda umelazimika kupunguza bei ili kuweza kuwaleta wale wateja wako karibu.
Yes, inabidi sasa upunguze bei, upeane offers, vitu kama offers ndio wateja waweze kukuja. Haya, saa zingine hata inalazimika we mwenyewe unapigia mteja one by one kuwauliza umepotea aje. Mtu anakuambia hata siku kataa nakataa kukuja kutengenezwa, ni pesa sina.
It looks like this Christmas season, this holiday season, so many Kenyans around the world will be celebrating Christmas under depression.
So what is there to celebrate even this year? We're only going to Christ to cry, to lift this burden, lift this cup off my shoulder. Just like Jesus cried to the Lord. Lift this burden of Kenya Kwanza and William Ruto off our shoulders. Take it away from us.
Currently, Kenyans are traveling around the country because of the holiday season. Christmas is around the corner and Kenyans are moving from one place to another. And the only disadvantage that is facing these travelers is road congestion. Just take a look at this video of how motorists are stuck, and they were stuck for hours. Just take a look.
I think Kenyans are the most indisciplined people in the whole world. I mean, look at this. This is Nakuru Nairobi highway. Watu wameoverlap, saa hii kumeshikana, we can't move. Maimayu imeshikana. Hapa, so kama unatoka Nairobi unaenda route ya Nakuru, baki Nairobi hautapenya. Kama unatoka Nairobi unaenda Kisii, Maimayu haipitiki. It's a total snarl up, baki ni Nairobi. Wacha sisi wenye tumeenda tuende. tumetosha wa kuenda sasa up country, tumetosha.
Okay, this is Nairobi Nakuru highway. Kama you are planning to kuja kupita hii njia kwenda Nakuru ama on way from Nakuru to Nairobi, this is how it looks. Haya, na Narok pia, Narok kwanza imeanzia pale kwa highway ukiingia. Hiyo ndio nasikia imeshikana kutoka jana. So please, if you can find another alternative size, just use a plane.
But Kenyans, don't worry, relax. The president of Kenya has promised us that the roads that are supposed to be built this year and finished this year will be finished by January next year, 2025.
Mukirudi Januari, tumutaenda Christmas. Mukirudi Januari, mutakuta hii barabara imekamilika.
Morara Kebaso Senior has wished Kenyans a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and also leaving the young generation with some great and important advice. Just listen to what Honorable Morara Kebaso had to say.
What's Gen Z? This is your president, Morara Kebaso. I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas and to remind you of the heroes that lost their lives this year as we did the Gen Z demonstration. Let us remember their names. Let us write their names in our hearts. These are the heroes of our country. As we go into 2025, just want to give you a little encouragement that it is possible, that none of you is too young to lead, not just in the political space, even in the private spaces, even in business. Don't be told that you're too young, you should just be a waiter and not a hotel manager. Don't be told that you're too young to be a high court judge. Don't be told that you're too young to start a company. You're not too young to own your own house. You're not too young to drive a car. You're not too young to be a president. It is possible. We can do it because we are the future. And the future is not tomorrow. The future is now. From now on, let us purpose in 2025 to take back our country, which has been bedeviled by corruption, impunity, theft of public funds, and a complete ignorance of human rights, police brutality. This year, we are going to bring back our country, which has been stolen from us, which has been captured. And you are going to make it possible. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy 2025 from your President Morara Kebaso, aka Gucci Party Leader.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. I'm your host, Elvis Derry. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Parliament, we are coming for you. We are coming for you.